Russian Moscow company AM Style presents Submarine Type Mini Cooper S Model DLS Series Sub-001 Operative Range Ocean of the Sound Manufacturer AM Style Country Russia City Moscow Year of Release 2003. Let us present a demo car of a competition class. The category Expert Unlimited. Project Submarine DLS. The main theme of the project is that of submarine DLS, which is followed all the way through the car. A natural question steps forth. Why a submarine? The mission of submarine DLS is to immerse you into the ocean of sound. According to the idea of the authors, the AM Style Company, the goal of this voyage is reaching the very depths, the basics of supernatural sounding of a top-class professional audio system, which includes CD tuner Pioneer Carrozzeria RS D7X, 7 speakers of a new series by the Swedish company DLS Ultimate Iridium, 2 mid-basses Iridium 6.5, 2 mid-frequency speakers Iridium 3.0, and 2 high-frequency speakers Iridium UR1, and a subwoofer W310B. All the speakers, including the subwoofer, are placed in the front of the car. And besides, there are 4 DLS Ultimate A amplifiers, 2 amplifiers A2, 1 amplifier A3, and an amplifier A6 with the aggregate rated wattage of 900 watts. A sound processor Pioneer Carrozzeria RS B70X, all placed in the back. To begin the story of the work performed by AM Style, we would like to list the company's principles. Detailed, staged workout of project design. Everything is for the sound, but the car comes first. Reliability and resistance of the fastenings. Easy maintenance for the audio system and security for its fail-safe performance. Consistency and style in cosmetic integration. Safety and simplicity of car maintenance. The submarine frame, the hull of the car, went through treatment with noise and vibration absorbing materials. All metal elements of the hull were damped with consideration of the size and acoustic peculiarities of the passenger compartment. All technological bores and metal that appeared during the audio system installation were galvanized to protect them against corrosion. Continuous operation of 4 DLS amplifiers is energy consuming. For that reason, 2 Optima Jelly batteries, 55 ampere hours each, were used instead of a standard accumulator and were placed into an isolated compartment of the hull with a vent duct put outside of the car for safety considerations. To the right from the batteries, 2 fuse blocks for cabling of the music system components are placed, with a block of reserve fuses and a toolkit box take place to the left. The audio system cables are protected all their length through in the same style, with fastening in 15-centimeter paces, additional protection against contact with sharp metal edges in the form of rubber and plastic barrels, and besides are supplied into info tags intended to facilitate maintenance. Following the above-mentioned approaches of installation, the head unit Pioneer Carrozzeria RS D7X is fastened through its side with bolts via metal brackets to an additionally installed safety rail, and besides, it's supported by similar bolts from its front with a frame, which is expressly manufactured of aluminum and plated with chrome for the purposes of the head unit's cosmetic integration. The body of the CD tuner is cooled with an air vent supplied with a temperature gauge and a thermal relay designed by AM-style experts. In order to improve the driver and front passenger seats' ergonomic parameters, an additional data display of the Pioneer CD tuner is installed on the steering column. Multifunctional remote controls for the audio system operations are built in both the steering wheel and the front passenger's door handle. The construction and placement of all of the car's controls were changed for the same considerations. Such a rearrangement of the tachometer and speed meter has significantly reduced undesired excessive reflecting of sonic waves and positively affected the sound performance of the car audio system. Accent illumination of all control push buttons and indicators of the car has been substituted with the orange for the light blue color with the aim to cosmetically integrate the Pioneer RS D7X head unit. In order to improve the quality of sounding, optical port of the CD tuner was replaced with a digital coaxial one. Selection and installation of speakers were carried out in full compliance with AM-style's approaches, among which everything for the sound but the car comes first is the basic principle. Metal fastening rings were manufactured for all the frontal speakers. Basic supporting rings are made of 16mm thick steel, while spacing and decorative rings are made of aluminum. Supporting rings are fixed in the dashboard by polyester resin. High-frequency speakers, DLS UR1, are fastened with the use of specific supporting elements, which have an original shape and are made of steel and chrome-plated for cosmetic integration purposes. The dashboard itself has completely changed. First of all, it became wider by 10 centimeters and was fastened by means of a carcass made of steel rods of an 8mm diameter and a polyester resin. Led by the principle of safety, the designers installed an additional lateral aluminum rail while leaving the standard safety rail as it was. The angle of the dashboard's fitting and installing was changed with the idea of selecting the optimal angle for the interior acoustics and the driver and passenger's positions. Then the dashboard was treated with noise and vibration insulating materials covered with leather and alcantara with quadrant notching intended to absorb excessive reflections. To protect the speakers, especially shaped metal grids were manufactured of 1mm steel rods. A range of innovative solutions was used when mounting the DLS W310B subwoofer, and the first to mention is the place of installation that is in the front of the car under the dashboard. The subwoofer box consists of 24 beams fastened together with bolts and of a metal bottom panel grinded out of a solid aluminum sheet. Spacing and decorative rings of aluminum were specifically designed to install the DLS subwoofer. As a result, the subwoofer box with a capacity of 18 liters is of a super resistant construction, yet very light, and is firmly fastened by bolts and titanium plates to the dashboard. It must be expressly noted that such a global modification of the dashboard has not influenced ventilation system and body stiffness of the car. The subwoofer box and the speaker went through decoration process as well. The subwoofer magnet is applied with an aluminum cover, while the looking window of the box is shaped as a porthole framed with aluminum and contains Sub-001 inscription. 4 DLS Ultimate Series A amplifiers are placed in couples in the left and right compartments of an aluminum structure which was especially designed and manufactured in the form of a submarine for the purposes of cosmetic integration. Location of the amplifiers in the immediate proximity to the batteries and the sound processor provides for continuous power supply, avoiding pickups and interferences, as well as securing easy access and servicing right from the driver and passenger seats. Aluminum construction significantly facilitates cooling of the amplifiers, for it acts as an extra cooler, and besides, it allows for firm fastening of the amplifiers with bolts on it. Protection of the amplifiers against mechanical damage is provided with 2 back-folding covers made of aluminum plates, fastened with bolts and supplied with windows of shockproof glass of 5mm thickness. Being in a closed position, the protective covers allow free usage of the baggage compartment in a full volume without any least hazard for the amplifiers. The sound processor Pioneer RS-P70X is placed in the frontal section of the middle compartment of the aluminum structure and is safely fastened to it with bolts. In order to improve cooling and for the purpose of cosmetic integration, the standard body of the sound processor is replaced with a cooler intended for a DLS A2 amplifier. In order to avoid losing the user's settings during the system shutoff, we provided an autonomous source of fail-free power supply consisting of intellectual charger, designed by the AM-style specialists, and a reserve battery with a capacity of 7 ampere hours. In order to improve the quality of the musical system sounding, the optical port of the processor was replaced with digital coaxial one. Protection for the sound processor Pioneer RS-P70X is provided with a back-folding cover of the middle compartment of the aluminum structure that was made of 2 aluminum plates fastened to each other with bolts and supplied with windows of 5mm shock-proof glass. In the central section of the dashboard, in the immediate proximity of the front attachment, there is a control switchboard installed to switch off any speaker in any consequence. This unit is expressly designed by our experts with the objective to facilitate the processes of the audio system diagnosing and setting. Acoustic tuning of all details of the passenger compartment with leather and Alcantara with quadrant notching for absorption of excessive reflections has significantly improved the quality of the car system sounding. Following the principle of everything for the sound, but the car comes first, sports spiral buffers FK Automotive have been installed with preservation of manufacturer's parameters of weights balance in the car. A toolkit box made in the shape of a porthole and 2 chrome-plated fire extinguishers secure safety and easy maintenance of the car audio system. Decorative illumination of the subwoofer box and styled illuminating fixtures in the rear side skinning attract one's attention to the components of the car audio system. The car was painted by the AM-style experts with application of unique know-hows. The image of a contemporary submarine has been created. The impression of a high-tech grinded alloy and textures of versatile materials is expressed with artistic methods. Elements of linear graphics together with reinforcing effects from the windbreakers and 18-inch wheels by MS Design create a single-piece image of submarine DLS that will take you away deep into the ocean of sound. Here we finish our story, and we hope that you liked our work. We thank you for your kind attention, and we hope to see you again.